pancakes for breakfast. Seemed like a good idea. Because who doesn't love a good pancake? Heading down to Lynnwood right now for a photo shoot and video shoot for a new listing. Beautiful townhome. I haven't seen it in person yet. This is the first time I'm gonna see it. But Catherine is showing me some pictures. We've had this one staged. Looks amazing, so I'm excited to shoot this video. We went pinning on that bad boy earlier this week on Monday night. We went pinning on that one. Yeah, that's sold. That went pending.
Sold.
Yeah, I went pending on Monday.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of the things I like to do before I start shooting video on anything is, I don't have a better phrasing for it. It's basically just vibe out is the language that I use. When we're putting everything together, we want to present this idea of home. The marketing description, the photos, the video, and we package that into the website and we start our marketing. We're selling home.
All right.
And I can't just walk into the front door, turn on the camera, and start shooting. Otherwise, I get, from my perspective, in my opinion, I get a video that's just a video. It's a bunch of clips linked together. What I'm shooting for with my video shoot is something that feels like home. There's something cohesive, there's telling a story. It makes the person watching it excited, want to go look at it, want to make that their home. Because if my job, through the marketing, through the video, through the storytelling, if my job is to sell the home, I feel like it needs to feel a little bit, at least a little bit, it needs to feel a little bit like home to me. Keith is done with his pictures, I'm done vibing it. This is another one where we've done the staging for it. We didn't do the staging, our stager did the staging, but we paid and set up the staging for this. A lot of agents will set up like a free consultation with the stager and then put that on the seller to decide if they want to do staging or not. It's just our belief, our philosophy that staging makes the home look better in the photos, in the video, just makes it look better online. It gives scope and scale to the room. You have an idea based upon a couch, on what size the room probably is, and to decide if you want to go look at that home. And it's just been our experience that if you leave it up to the seller to decide, the last thing that they really need is more decisions to make. We've just realized that over time, buying or selling a home is typically a secondary or third reaction to something else going on in their life. New job, relocation, upsize, downsize, new family member, marriage, divorce, something else is going on in their life. So we're really not trying to add more stress to it and say, here, make a decision on this. Do you want to spend more money and make another decision on this thing? So if a seller wants staging or we know it's going to be vacant, we just say, we'll take care of it. We've got you covered. And we have a great stager that we love working with because her style, she's so good at matching the style of the home to the style of the furniture. She's not one-dimensional of like, well, I have this couch, so I'm gonna throw this couch into this property. I think you'd agree, based upon what I've shown you so far, the staging matches the vibe. Back to that word, I need a better word. The word feels 90s to me, maybe even 80s. But the furniture matches the vibe of the home, which just adds to the element of the story that we're able to tell and make it feel like home through the pictures and through the video online. Okay, that's enough rambling. I gotta start shooting video on this thing. Doing a real estate video tour obviously is not, look at the size of this house. Doing a real estate video tour is obviously not the most innovative thing in the world. It's not like we're the only ones doing it. But we do feel that our level of marketing is high level marketing for every level of home. A couple of real estate brokerages and real estate marketing companies that I think do an amazing job is Boutique Real Estate out of Orange County, Halton Party, they're in Venice and Santa Monica. In Room, RUHM is a real estate marketing company that does incredible videos with storytelling involved in those properties. The thing is, they're selling $2 million, $3 million, $5 million, sometimes $15 million homes. And the level of marketing that we do, whether it's the video, the photos, staging, we're doing that for $500, $400, $300, sometimes even $200,000 homes. Occasionally we'll get the $1 million listing, but I wouldn't mind getting a few more. I'm not saying that our level of marketing is at the same level of those other companies that I just mentioned. But we're not anywhere near that price level either. Like I said, they're selling $2, $3, $4 million homes. We're selling $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 homes. So we're at like 10% of the price level of where they're at. So my goal isn't to match quality to quality, because that would be unrealistic. But if I can do 80% of what they're doing, even though those properties are 10 times more expensive, I'm pretty happy about that. I think the reason why we put a lot into our marketing is a time that was influenced when I went to a friend's wedding in North Carolina and stopped at a Saks Fifth Avenue. Morgan's napping. Catherine just went off to show some clients a few homes. Pearl's also napping. So let me tell you the story about Saks Fifth Avenue and how it shaped my mindset and perspective when it comes to marketing and customer service. So I grew up in a small town, like small town. When I say small town, what do you think of? What's the population? How do you picture that?
Well, I was born in a small town.
I grew up in a town that had a population of 300, Laval, Wisconsin. Later we moved into the big city, not really. We moved into a bigger town nearby called Reedsburg, and that had a population of about 8,000 while I was growing up. So my perspective of, like, we didn't even have a Walmart anywhere nearby. Living in Laval, we did a lot of our shopping for clothes even at a place called Harchie Lumber. Didn't have a Walmart nearby, definitely didn't have a Target. I kind of grew up thinking like Target was high-end. Like that's, first we'll go to the lumber store, then we might make a trip across the county to go to Walmart. But man, we're not gonna go to that high-end classy Target place. So it's kind of my upbringing, small town. And luxury wasn't really a thing I was ever introduced to. I'd say my first time really being introduced to like high-end luxury brands was I was coming back from a friend's wedding, early 20s. He got married in North Carolina. I was driving back to Wisconsin, stopped in Cincinnati, and it was my first experience going into Saks Fifth Avenue. It kind of just blew my mind. One, the price of things, the fact that a pair of jeans would be over $100 and they were selling purses for $300 to $1,000 blew my mind. I mean, that was not really in my comfort level, if I'm being honest with myself. But I did really appreciate and notice the level of customer service and the attention to detail that the employees were giving me. And that experience just kind of set something into my mind of, yeah, these clothes, these bags, these suits are expensive, but so's a mortgage payment. Like, take away the value of a home. Take away the fact that a home might be $300,000 or $400,000 or $3 million or $4 million. Just look at what a mortgage payment is. It's probably $1,500, $1,800, $2,500, $3,000. That's not a small amount. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of money. I mean, if you walked into a Saks Fifth Avenue and dropped down $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, you would get a lot of merchandise for that. So that experience has always kind of stuck with me of, it was like the first moment that I had the aha of, oh, I'm selling high end. I'm selling luxury. Keep in mind, the price of homes I was selling at the time, average sales price was probably $125,000. But in my head, it still like clicked. This is high end. This is luxury in comparison on price to price. Even on a home price at $125,000, in my head it kind of stuck that on money to money, it's high end. It's luxury. This is why we spend so much time, money, resources on marketing our listings, on the promoting of a listing. We don't just post the property online and put it in the MLS. We do paid promotion. We want as many people to see it as possible. We don't just go and take pictures with our camera phones. We hire a professional photographer to do that. And that's just the bare minimum. That's why we do video, because we think every listing does deserve video. It certainly deserves photography that isn't from a cell phone. And that's why we do video, and that's why we do staging. That's why we invest so much into our marketing and everything that we do. It's not just because it looks good, the aesthetic appeal of it. It's not just because a buyer is going to be more attracted to it. It's not just because a seller is going to be happier with our efforts. Even though these things are all true and they all happen, it's because really we just think it's the right thing to do. Hey YouTube, if you've watched this video all the way to the end, we might as well take this a step further. Let me know that you've watched it all the way to the end. Leave me a comment down below. I think I want to start taking the growth of this channel a little bit more seriously. We've done like over 300 videos and I've never done one of those call to actions of like, say like it, subscribe it, leave me a comment. Never really done that, but I see other channels that do that, that have way more subscribers and way more views. So I'm thinking maybe that works to ask for the ask. So Leave me a comment below, make sure you're subscribed, and go ahead and like this video, and let's see if this works.